Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. Today, we are doing our mock draft 1.0. For this upcoming draft, we'll also talk a little bit about the Bills deciding that they no longer want to play football and just selling their entire team to free agency. And we'll talk a little bit about hockey and the quick ball and all of that good stuff. But before we get into all of that, gentlemen, how we doing?
I'm feeling fantastic. You can't tell because it doesn't apply from the chest up, but I completely redid my setup yesterday and it looks awesome. And also, I just got done with Michael Penix's film, meaning I never have to go out of my way to watch Michael Penix ever again, and that feels fantastic.
Yeah, I was not a fan. We talked about this a little not last week. The last time we recorded an episode.
Yeah.
Because I had already watched quarterbacks, and I have so far since then watched like 2 running backs, and that's about it. And neither were good, and that was very sad. And then I watched the Combine and went,
Who were
wow.
the 2 running backs that weren't good?
I don't even remember. And I don't have my notebook right here.
Bucky Irving and...
It wasn't Bucky. Though, is this like... Should I even worry about watching running backs since the entire internet's telling me this is the worst running back class of all time?
There's some fun backs in this class.
None of them are close to first-round talents, which are fun.
I don't know. The little bit I've seen out of Braylon Allen, I'd consider it since he's so young.
But I'm doing pretty okay. I haven't watched film all day, so that's probably good, because I'd be depressed. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for the rest of it. Since I watched all the quarterbacks, do I just, go, find a big board and just watch the top 100 players or something?
Snappers.
Watch long snappers. I think I'm gonna go kickers next.
The way I normally do it is I'll read up on mock drafts and I'll read up on other people's draft profiles, and if there's a player that someone I really like has a high opinion of, I'll go in and watch them, or if they have a low opinion of them, I'll also go in and watch. Not to say that I'm just gonna watch it and think the same thing. It's just it gives me a reason to acknowledge the player, or if people are talking about him on Twitter.
All I know is the Combine has happened and it's already ruining people's perceptions of players. People now think Xavier Worthy is a better receiver than Adonai Mitchell, and that hurts my soul.
Odd.
Both Texas Xavier Worthy ran, the
No,
fastest 40 time ever,
but...
coming in weighing 150 pounds and not wearing pads. And I know Xavier Worthy's good, but he's not. Bro's about to get picked in the first round like John Ross did, and that's just going to be a problem.
It's going to be absolute cinema when the Raiders trade up to 9 to take him.
Absolutely. Though part of me does think it would be terrifying if he ended up on the Chiefs. That's all I know. He's going to get picked at 32, and it's going to be fucking awful. Sure.
The only certainties I have from this draft, number 1, Chicago's taking a quarterback at number 1, and number 2, the Chiefs are walking away with a wide receiver that we're all going to look at on draft night and say, yeah, Chiefs are winning another one next year.
Yeah.
Because there's 15 different receivers they could take, and I would have that reaction. Yeah. And they're probably going to end up with one of the 7 or 8 best ones.
Somebody ridiculous is going to fall. It happens every year. I just don't know who's going to be this year's Joey
Coleman,
Porter.
Probably. Oh, for general, Cooper
just
DeJean.
In general, who's fallen like Joey Porter?
Cooper DeJean's probably going to fall out of the first.
No shot.
Who?
He said Cooper DeJean.
No way. No, absolutely not.
If a corner's going to fall, it's going to be Kool-Aid.
Dude, people are going to look at Cooper DeJean and see what he's capable of, and then look at the Ravens and what they did with Kyle Hamilton and fall in love with him. He's the same type of player.
Not allowed.
He's the same type of player.
If the Ravens draft Cooper DeJean, I'm kicking you in the dick.
Him. I got a weird feeling about him, about teams not drafting him high. I don't know. I got a strange feeling.
I could see Michael Penix slipping.
Okay,
he'll still go in the first round.
I don't think he will.
No, he won't.
I don't think him or Bo Nix are first-round talents.
Bo Nix, I disagree with.
McCarthy, Daniels.
I like Bo Nix.
Williams May.
Oh,
Penix, Penix, I can see being a first round pick in the same way that like Teddy Bridgewater was a first round pick, where somebody traded up at the very end to go get him because they want that 5th year. That's not a shot at Teddy. It's just the same situation.
I just mean I don't want.
He's just going because he knows it'll be the Vikings again.
No, dude.
I hope.
No, if we don't go up and get one of the big 3 or one of the big 3 falls, I know Miller's not high on Jaden Daniels, but that's fine. McCarthy, I'd be okay with. McCarthy is the type of guy I'd rather trade back into the first round for. But I don't think he falls that far.
I'm not sure he'll be there.
I'm not either.
I think the Vikings are going to trade up for McCarthy.
And if we miss all of that, I would rather
I think
have
the Vikings
Jordan
will
Travis
start
than
taking
all
him
of
at
them.
11.
Yeah.
It's
No,
possible.
Daniels is the 3rd QB off the board. I'm not sure who else is going to take McCarthy before we get to 11 with the Vikings.
The Falcons could. The Giants could.
Where, if Daniels goes at 3, yeah. Falcons,
Daniels
Giants.
is the 3rd quarterback off the board, and it's not to the Patriots. Then I can see McCarthy falling to 11.
You know what my hope is?
I could too.
The entire league is just stupid and buys into the hate on Caleb Williams. That's my hope. Let him fall.
No chance.
I dare you.
Even if he falls to like 3, someone's trading up.
Dude, if he falls to 2, he's
up.
Not getting past Washington.
If
Chicago takes Drake,
the entire world keeps telling me it's Jaden Daniels at 2. The entire world.
Okay, the entire world's wrong.
That scenario is only if Caleb Williams was taken by the Bears at 1.
I don't know. I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. And I see
if Jaden Daniels goes before Drake May, the GM that commits that atrocity should be fired into the sun.
The reaction on this podcast
That's what they do.
Roger Goodell gets up there and announces Michael Penix Jr. to the Chicago Bears at 1 overall is going to be.
I think Miller would stop being a Bears fan. I genuinely
think Miller
do.
would stop being alive.
Jesus.
Miller would just walk off screen during the stream. We'd never see him again.
I'd walk off stream and you'd hear a loud boom.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe that's a little descriptive, but
the main
what
point
happened.
of today's episode is the mock draft. But before we get into that, there are a few things to clean up. And that is one of those things, main things, being that the Buffalo Bills have decided that no more defensive backs. They're just going to get rid of them all.
No more.
They've cut Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde.
They kept Hyde.
What's his name?
No, Hyde's a free agent.
Micah Hyde's gone too.
He's just
he's a free agent. He didn't get cut. Gotcha.
Travis White got cut today. And then to replace all of them, they just said, Taylor Rapp, here's $30 million. There you go, buddy.
It's only like 14 guaranteed, so it's fine.
Yeah, so the Bills have decided that they're just going to draft an entirely new secondary in the draft. So
they have Rasul Douglas. Or is he also a free agent?
Douglas. Probably is a free agent.
If they gave up,
I think
they gave a second round pick
did
for
they
him.
cut him? I saw something about Rasul.
He is a free
his contract got restructured.
Yeah.
He's a free agent at 2025, I think.
Yeah, no, the only thing to come out about Rasul Douglas today was he just tweeted out, "Sheesh." He's the only one left. But yeah, they restructured his contract to save $2.5 million.
Hey, it's okay though. You have Von Miller.
All right. Who also got his contract restructured today.
Well, yeah, because he's not good anymore.
Yeah, they need some kind of money.
But don't worry, you paid him.
And you know who else they paid today?
Worst contract. Mitchell Trubisky.
They paid Mitchell David Trubisky today.
Welcome home,
hey,
Mitch.
Man.
Welcome home.
The Bills were last actually good when Trubisky was on the roster, so it works. Hey,
the missing link.
He's perfect as a sit on the bench and shut the fuck up. You don't have a chance at starting. You're good. You're over there.
He's perfect as a sit on the bench and just look pretty type of quarterback.
Yeah, just clap, really keep the team into it, you know. He's great.
I think Josh Trubisky
he is
do the
Charlie
Tim Tebow
Whitehurst.
thing and play tight end this year. You should get out there and play some reps at tight end this year. See what happens.
The world will be healed if Trubisky plays a little fullback. That's
I was gonna say Miller's gonna cry when he sees Trubisky lined up at fullback.
I would cry tears of joy. You kidding me?
Trubisky lined up at fullback with Reggie Gilliam lined up at halfback.
Cinema.
Cinema.
in the wing T formation.
It's cinema until
I don't know what
Give-
Miller would do.
Give Buffalo the Oscar at that point. I don't know what the Oscar would be
ring
for.
him. Just
but
give him the
them an
ring.
Oscar.
It's over. Give him the ring.
But I mean, at that point, they should just do what the Cowboys did with Zeke and have Trubisky play center for a couple plays. You know, have him snap the ball, do everything. Mitch is their Taysom Hill.
That would be incredible, actually.
Mitch
He'd
is
probably be
Buffalo's
better at it than
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
That would be my Roman Empire, dude. Also, I don't think he would be. He's not nearly as athletic
straight
as
up.
Taysom.
Straight up,
I
who's a
just
better
don't like
passer of the
Taysom Hill.
football between those two?
Trubisky's a better thrower of the ball.
Yeah.
I think that's probably Trubisky.
But
Yeah.
Taysom Hill's athleticism gives him value, I fear.
Mitch
it's
is
more
an
than just-
athlete.
He's an
Remember
athlete, but he's
Taysom Hill?
not as bulky.
He's gonna
Taysom
bulk
Hill
up.
was just Kendall Hinton. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
TV battle?
give Mitch Trubisky 30 pounds of muscle and, I don't know, teach him how to catch. Give him some stick on
Change
him, maybe.
everything about Mitch Trubisky, and he's Taysom Hill.
Except his beautiful, glorious face. Leave that intact.
Yeah. But
Jason
yeah, Buffalo,
Kelsey announced his retirement.
Jason Kelsey
Yeah.
retired. This is a sad day. Well, it was a sad day
cried.
when it happened for all football fans. Jason Kelsey is a staple of the NFL. Always has been. Always will be. Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer, best center to ever do it.
I was just about to say, is he the greatest of all time?
Yeah, probably.
I lean towards thinking he is
the
as well.
longevity. I mean, the thing that I think is pretty underrated. This is like not that this is like his fault, but like this is a huge hit to the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how the locker room vibe is going to be without a leader like him. Because Jalen Hurts kind of just sits there and quotes Instagram poets all the time, and Nick Sirianni's kind of a bonehead, I guess. And then there's, I don't even know who. AJ Brown's doing TikTok dances. I don't know
It's
what's
okay.
going on over there.
Jordan Mailata will sing them all a lullaby.
Let's go.
And that will
True.
be the solution.
So I also I loved how he mentioned that every accolade he won was after he met Kylie. I think that's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
great.
What level duty, man?
Yeah, right? I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It's tough.
When I grow up,
any
I want
other
to be
news?
Jason Kelsey.
Same.
Other than like Dalton Schultz getting extended, there's nothing else I can really think of.
That's a dub.
Woo. It
Dalton
makes the
Schultz for
Cole
you,
Kmet
Neo.
extension look better.
Good safety blanket for Stroud this past year as a rookie. Gonna continue to be a good red zone threat and a good safety.
And blocking
option
has
to play
inconsistent
Braves down.
hands, but
He's Dalton Schultz.
he gets more money than Cole Kmet per year, so now the Bears look smarter.
Yeah. That's about it, I think. Other than Russell Wilson getting cut, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, we've been
That's
new.
still so dumb though. The Broncos are just incredible.
It'll all be worth it.
Steeler.
Would be rather comedic.
I'm terrified.
Would be haha funny.
I this entire offseason scares me. Because there's a chance the Vikings are trotting into next season, whether we draft a guy or not. But we trot into next season with like Russ or Sam Darnold as QB1.
It's Kirk Cousins, man. He's not going anywhere.
No, I
Apparently
don't
he's buying a house in Atlanta.
I don't care if he does or doesn't buy
That's
that.
just for fun.
No,
You know what? True, that's his party house.
Well, no, his wife's family lives in Atlanta, so that doesn't really mean
Oh,
anything.
really?
Yeah.
I
just want
didn't
to
know
be closer
that.
to
Yeah,
family.
that's why it doesn't mean anything. If he wants a house,
That's
a
valid.
second house there, and that's where they live, all off season, cool. I don't care. But the thing is,
Yeah, that's valid.
the reason there's this smoke and fire about him leaving is because he has his demands. Kwesi doesn't want to give him guaranteed money for 3 years.
Yeah,
We're not
Kwesi's
going
smart.
to give him that. So he might walk. I fully expect him to walk at this point. Because
Kirk
we're not
Cousins
going to
is
give
an
him what he
Atlanta
wants,
Falcon.
and that's okay.
Russ is a Steeler and Sam Darnold is a Viking. That's the QB carousel.
Nah, because once we
Oh,
know
yeah,
Kirk is
for
gone,
us.
we're trading up to 3. It'll be Jover.
For McCarthy.
For Marvin Harrison Jr.
No.
Hey, if we do that, I mean, it doesn't matter who you have out there at quarterback. You can't
Listen.
stop us.
On a more positive note, Jake, I think
Yes, sir.
worlds have collided. Can you see that? No,
No.
you can't.
Is that Drew locking somebody?
No. Matt Eberflus and Matt LaFleur are courtside at the UConn Marquette game together.
Why?
I don't know.
None of that
Did
makes
either of them
sense.
go to either of those schools?
I don't.
I don't think.
Let me look up.
Eberflus might have some
where
UConn
did
ties actually.
Eberflus
I'll look up
go
LaFleur, I
to
guess.
college. Well, Marquette's in Wisconsin.
Oh
makes
no, Eberflus is
Went to
Toledo.
Toledo. I mean, is there any like? Do you have any UConn? What? I mean, I guess Marquette's a really good team this year, and they're in Wisconsin, so that's why LaFleur's there. And I guess Eberflus and him are buddies, and so he just kind of came up from Chicago to hang out.
Yeah, I want
don't
to
know
know.
what's
That's
going
my
on there.
thing. Why are they there?
Yeah,
What are they doing?
nobody has any
Where's
ties.
Eberflus from?
Toledo.
Oh, he's from Toledo. Too.
Yeah, like he grew up in right outside Toledo, I believe.
Not Eberflus coaching history.
And he started at he's from Toledo. He's from Toledo, went to Toledo, then went to Missouri, and then to the NFL.
Okay, so he has legitimately zero UConn ties.
Oh
He's
yeah,
just there. Him and LaFleur are just buddies.
Oh my god,
Also,
him and LaFleur are just friends.
have you
Miller.
guys seen Matt Eberflus's beard? Hold on, have you guys seen Flus's beard?
Oh, it's sick.
Dude,
Yeah.
Flus has aura now. Matt Eberflus became a cool coach, and I love it. Anyways, Geek, what were you gonna say?
Some CBS analyst put out a mock draft an hour ago.
Uh-huh.
Drake May's QB4 and falls to 11.
Who's this analyst?
Then there was Chris Sims.
No, it's Chris.
Chris Sims has him as QB6. Don't listen to that moron.
Then there was Chris Sims.
Chris Carpasso or whatever?
Trapasso.
Trapasso, yeah. Burn his credentials.
Jesus.
Chris Trapasso, more like Chris Stupid.
Yeah.
Got him.
Whoa.
The less family friendly
has-
version, because I know Jake was thinking it. Chris Trapasso.
Oh my god. And oh my god, what?
Dang.
Joe Alt
Joe?
is even the fourth tackle off the board?
I didn't actually watch that much of tackles.
Olo, Fuaga, Latham, and Demarius Mims.
Mims
Wasn't the four
doesn't
out of
go
them?
either.
Ooh.
Brighton?
Latham.
I said
Yeah,
Latham.
JC
Oh, did you?
JC
I
Latham's
missed that.
supposed to be nice.
Latham, Olu.
And
So who's going ahead of him? Latham, Olu, and Brighton?
Talise,
Oh, Talise.
Kawaga, or
Yikes.
whatever.
Yikes.
That guy's going in the top 5. Talise is going 5th to the Chargers.
People really
Is it-
like him. People really
Is it-
like him.
Fuaga a guard? Or supposed to be a guard?
I don't
Nice
know.
tackle. Tackle through and through. He played tackle all of his time in Oregon State.
Who am
I'm
I
pretty
thinking
sure.
supposed to transition to guard?
No clue.
One of the top
Grant Barton's
tackles.
already a guard.
He's supposed to transition to center.
Who is?
He can play.
Grant
Grant Barton
Barton.
can play all 5 spots on the O line.
I think
He's listed as a guard. now.
Fatanu from Washington is who I was thinking.
Oh
of.
yeah, he's gonna be a guard. He's gonna be a guard.
Fatanu
Yeah,
from
yeah.
He's
Washington.
gonna be like a Skoronsky. Yeah, he's gonna go to guard.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. No, I'm looking at Fuaga now. 6'6", 324.
Fuaga,
That's a
people
tackle.
really like him. He's not very.
I haven't gotten to watch him yet.
No, I haven't.
I'm slacking
I
hard
haven't
on
I
it.
haven't
watched the
watched him yet,
tackles,
but I
other
just know
than-
that everybody but Theo Ash likes him. So I'm inclined to believe that he's good.
Right.
Real.
And Joe Alt, though, I'm sorry. How did we go from greatest tackle to ever be born to suddenly tackle
I think
7?
him and Olu are like 1A, 1B.
Sure. But you know what I mean? Like, Joe Alt's been hyped up as this guy. He's going to go 3rd overall. He's going to go 2nd overall. And now people have him as the 8th tackle off the board. How's that work?
He's gonna go 1st overall.
I'm down. The Bears move.
But yeah,
Miller, did you watch my rebuild of the Bears?
No, but I saw. Do you want to know why I didn't watch it?
Because you were afraid of what I was going to do?
I saw Jaden Daniels in the thumbnail. That was enough for
come
me.
on,
No.
dude.
So, okay, I didn't pick him 1st overall. I got
You
a
traded down once,
haul
though.
from first overall, and Drake May fell to the pick before me. So I was like, well, I still need a quarterback, and I already traded Justin Fields.
Who'd you
So
give Caleb Williams?
I don't.
The Vikings.
No, it wasn't
That's
the
definitely the
Vikings.
Vikings.
It
No.
wasn't though. I wanted
Like
to
give
because
him
the
to, like-
Vikings also made an offer, but I was like, I'm not gonna
Probably
do
gave
that.
him to like the Chiefs or something.
Yes. No, I can tell you. Hold on. I can go find it.
Speaking of college players, we ready to get our mock draft going?
No.
Boys?
Sure.
No.
Let Geek do his thing.
I gotta go figure out who I.
While he's figuring this out, Jake, I do believe this is a good time to discuss Puck.
True.
Ah, yes. Before we get into the mock draft, Jake talks hockey. Everybody's mediocre favorite. I think people. No, I don't know. Nobody cares about hockey. You should care about hockey more. That's the first thing I'll say when I talk about puck. You should care about hockey more. So. Yesterday, the Sharks lost in overtime to the Stars. Everybody laughed at the Stars for being one of the best teams in the NHL and barely being able to beat the Sharks. And the night before that, they went into a deep shootout against the Sharks, which is even funnier because the Sharks are terrible and you're supposed to beat the Sharks, but they barely did. 2 overtime wins in a row against the Sharks. You're bums. Dallas, you're not winning the cup. Sorry, you're out of here. Vladimir Tarasenko is a Florida Panther. Now, for those of you who don't know, i.e. these two, Vladimir Tarasenko is one of the best players in the NHL. He is a great piece for Florida. It allows them to have more depth, and they're going to make a serious run at the Cup this year because of this. They're also currently the best team in hockey by 3 points, and now they just added another superstar. The Rangers, who were in first place in their division, kind of got sleepy at the deadline and didn't really do much and didn't really add to their cup run. They're not winning the cup either. Sorry, Rangers, you've been eliminated from cup contention. The Canucks continue to be one of the best teams in the NHL. They just signed Elias Pettersson, who's 25 years old, to an 8-year deal. A lot of money, too. One of the best young players in the NHL. He's been a franchise cornerstone for them since he got drafted. I mean, he was a very highly drafted player. He's been one of the best players in the NHL ever since, and he's been an integral part of them being one of the best teams in hockey, and I'm sure he'll be an integral part of their upcoming playoff run. The Sharks are still tied to be the worst team in hockey. With who? The Chicago Blackhawks. That's right.
Wow, that's right.
They are tied to be the worst teams in hockey. Yeah, that's Jake Talks Hockey.
Don't worry, like always, my team is right in the middle of the pack, not gonna do anything good.
Do you have a mediocrity fetish?
No. Well, hey, don't worry. In basketball and baseball, I choose bad.
Technically,
it's not even mediocrity. I just chose ass, except for this year because the
Timberwolves. I thought the Wolves were good.
Yeah, but I don't think
that.
they have a team that can compete in the playoffs. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong.
The funniest part about the Timberwolves is that they're like actually cursed because like last week, Anthony Edwards just forgot that the game was starting and missed tip off.
Yeah,
and like ran in from the tunnel where he was warming up and had to be subbed into the game like a minute in because he lost track of time while he was warming up.
Dude, the Timberwolves Khan ruined our team.
And so he like ran in and he was like, sub me in, and they subbed him in and everything was fine, but it was really funny.
It's so Minnesota. So I traded the first overall pick to the Raiders for 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third.
No Max Crosby.
I was gonna say I wouldn't
because
take that
Madden
deal.
wouldn't let me. I took the deal because that ended up being like my 3rd first-round pick for that year, so I was happy with it. You would have been happy with every other move. I really did think about passing on Jaden Daniels and getting somebody else later. But I was like, I hate Bo Nix. I hate Penix. And if I draft J.J. McCarthy, Miller might legitimately stab me. So.
Miller, do you want to do what's in the quick ball now or wait until we're into the
obviously
draft?
We have to wait now. We can't force it all together.
Okay.
Right. So now, boys, are we ready for our mock draft?
No, but let's do it anyways.
Our first round mock, the order is going to go Miller, and then Geek, and then me, and then that order will repeat. And so we're through the end of the first round. Tune in next week. We do a full 7 round. I haven't told them that yet, but we'll do a full 7 round mock next week.
We don't have time for that.
7 hours of commercial-free mock draft.
7 hours
Let's
of
go.
commercial-free mock draft.
Let's go. Now
yeah.
I'm down.
So, like I said, Miller's picking first, and that means he's on the clock with the Chicago Bears, and
They're
away we
trading
go.
down.
Now, here's the first question, just so I can set the tone here. Are we doing predictive, or are we doing what we do?
What we would do. I'm picking my picks. What I would do if I were.
Okay. I'm going to do the same thing then. And that means, first overall, I'm going Drake May.
Wow.
Like, I stand by Drake May, being the top quarterback on my board. It's 1A, 1B. I think they're like that. And genuinely speaking, if I could call them both QB1, I would. But Drake May's ability within structure and the way he processes the field and just his overall presence as a passer and his ability to sit in the pocket and create from the pocket, I like a tad more, literally a touch more than Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, I think there's a lot there in those categories, in those regards, and Caleb's not bad at any of them by any means. Drake is just a touch better, and for that, I like him a touch more. Now, obviously, if Chicago takes either quarterback, you're feeling great. They're both going to be superstars in the NFL. I firmly believe that.
Sam Hartman, first overall.
Okay, you're just mad. But no, Drake, his arm's incredible. He throws, I would say, the prettiest deep ball in the entire class. The velocity's there. He's able to manipulate defenders with his eyes very well. Like, he is a truly complete quarterback prospect. There's moments where he's going to hesitate on the ball, but he's coming off his junior year, so he's still young. You can kind of work that aggression into him. Not that he's not aggressive, just in moments he'll kind of hesitate a little bit. And I don't think he's as much of like a gunslinger with weird decision making as a lot of people make him out to be. I don't think that's nearly as big of an issue as a lot of people want to pretend it is. So I like May a lot. So I'd go with him if I was Chicago.
All right. Wow.
And Washington had the pick in before Roger Goodell said anything. Caleb Williams, done. It. The minute they found out it was Drake May, the pick was in. It was over.
Well, yeah.
Done.
I think that goes both ways. The minute you find out it's Caleb Williams, it's Drake May.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
Like,
except you guys were the ones just pretending that if it was Caleb who gets taken by the Bears, it would be Jaden.
No,
so
I was saying
I wasn't.
What people,
no,
I'm saying that's what people. That's what people are pitching. Not
Sure.
that's what I said. What should happen.
I still think there's
People
a decent chance Jaden ends up in Washington, which I think
If
is funny.
If Jaden ends up in Washington, the Commanders have failed as an organization.
No, they're just
and Adam
second
Peters
try
needs
at
to be
RG3.
fired.
Second try at RG3.
Listen, all I need to know about this is that Ron Rivera was like, they should take Daniels over May. So I'm fully in the belief that they should take May because Ron Rivera picked Emmanuel Forbes over Christian Gonzalez, and
Bang.
you can't let them do it again. So yeah, Caleb Williams.
He took a skinny corner over a corner that was built in a lab, and now he wants to take a skinny quarterback over a quarterback that was built in a lab.
Yeah. But yeah, Caleb Williams is, at least for me, the best quarterback in this class. But
Yes.
I don't really think there's much to say, other than if you don't like Caleb Williams,
You know
you're
what
dumb.
he is. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah,
Your opinion's
absolutely.
invalid if you don't like Caleb.
If Drake and Caleb aren't your 1 and 2 in
Yeah.
some order, you're wrong.
You're a moron.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm up with the Patriots. Now, I could go Miller's route. Miller had a route that he gave on Twitter last week that he thinks if they're going to go a certain position, they should take a certain guy. I could go
I
that
don't know
route.
if I still stand by that. I think I may have changed my opinion on that, but
But with the third overall pick, my New England Patriots are going to be taking
bandwagon.
Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Yeah.
wide receiver, Ohio State. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback, but I do not think it comes to the draft. There are free agents. There's Baker, who doesn't look like he's coming back to the Bucs. There is, I guess, Kirk, but that kind of seems like it's either Atlanta or Minnesota. There's Russ. I mean, there are options in free agency.
Jacoby Brissett
And
reunion.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is not by far. I do really like Malik Neighbors. He's the best wide receiver in this class, either way. And he is going to be a generational wide receiver and he's going to be a superstar wide receiver for years and years and years. And they have nobody at this position. Absolutely zero talent anywhere.
Respect
They have
Juju.
what's his name? Pop Douglas. I like him. Never mind. But
There you go.
And then they have Juju, Tyquan Thornton, and nobody. It is just a bunch of nobodies. And so, yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be maybe he's even the best receiver in the AFC East if he goes to the Patriots next year by the end of it. Who knows?
Possible.
Who knows? Like, there's Garrett Wilson and there's Stephon Diggs.
31.
There's Tyreek.
So
Tyreek's 31. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to
possible.
come out and be the only receiving target on his team. If they have anybody competent at quarterback, I'm sure.
Marv 2K year one.
That would be
but
insane.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Listen, they can go quarterback, but Jaden Daniels doesn't fit their timeline. He's old, and they need more time than that. JJ McCarthy does, but I am not high enough on JJ McCarthy to take him third overall, personally. So I'm going to keep both of those guys on the board, and Miller will be up with Arizona.
Good. Now I can get rid of this Kyler Murray character.
No.
And by get rid of him, I mean get him a legit downfield threat and a true ball winner, because that's like the one thing that his receiver room's missing. You have Michael Wilson, who's like a legit route runner. I think he's still going to be a very good NFL receiver. I think next year with Kyler healthy fully throughout the season, he'll be able to step up. You've got Rondale Moore as kind of like your shifty slot guy. You're probably going to lose Hollywood Brown. You're probably going to lose Greg Dortch. So I think replacing both of those with the guy that I have as my wide receiver too, and Rome Odunze, is the best move for them here. Getting like I said, a legit downfield ball winner. They call them 50-50 balls, but when you throw them up to Rome, I keep wanting to call him Room. When you throw them up to Rome,
it's not about
they're 70-30 balls. He's incredible. He's absolutely incredible as a downfield ball winner. He's a great route runner. He's able to create over the middle of the field as well. He's good in the quick game. He's the ultimate wide receiver. And if Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't exist, I think he would be a pretty safe bet to be the wide receiver one in this class. Obviously, you also have Malik Neighbors, so there's three guys in that contention, but I prefer Rome personally.
I really wanted you to take Neighbors. That's all I know. Because this makes my decision hard.
The reason why I like Rome Odunze so much is because they asked him if he could like land an airplane in like a emergency situation. He was like, "We're all dead. Like, it's over."
At least he's real.
That was really funny.
That's real.
So, yeah. All right.
Real.
So Rome Odunze, wide receiver Washington's going to the Cardinals, and that leaves Geek with the 5th overall pick in the Los Angeles Chargers. So, Geek, what are we doing?
I don't know. I
Don't give
wanted him to take
all
Neighbors.
Fans will cry.
Because
there were three guys that I will not be upset if you take.
To me, it's between Bowers and Neighbors, and I wanted Neighbors off the board to just make that decision for me, because that's simpler. Because Odunze is great. I'm not saying that. Neighbors is my wide receiver too. It's really easy to take generational tight end over wide receiver 3. This is a little tougher for me. But
think about Harbaugh's offense.
I was gonna say I'm going Brock Bowers. He's Harbaugh's Vernon Davis. So there you go. Only maybe better.
Like one of the best tight end prospects ever.
He
is like. I know this whole conversation happened with Kyle Pitts, and now people are like, Pitts sucks because he's got Desmond Ridder as his quarterback who can't throw a football.
No, because he had the dumbest coach in football.
But Brock Bowers is, and Kyle Pitts is legit too, but Brock Bowers is legit.
Yeah.
Okay. The New York Football Giants at 6.
It's tough.
Reports have come out this week that they internally are not sold on Daniel Jones. There have been a lot of negative words said about Jones and about his about everything about Daniel Jones. And so this is a team that I think has the tools to win if they have the right guy at quarterback. Now Saquon's leaving, so maybe they don't.
And they don't have a single wide receiver, and their offensive line's bad. And
you respect Wan'Dale Robinson.
No.
You respect him.
Did you respect Andrew Thomas and John Michael Schmitz?
That doesn't.
And
Schmitz played awful.
Isaiah Hodgins.
And that one good offensive lineman does not make their offensive line good.
Darren Waller sucks.
Darren Waller
They're
hasn't
also
played.
losing
won't.
Xavier McKinney. Maybe they can't win.
Yeah, no.
They are not winning.
You're welcome.
But
Though, all I gotta say is that is the only good thing Ed Donatell's ever done in his life was forcing the Giants to pay Daniel Jones, because that's amazing.
It's the same situation with the Patriots. They just, if they don't have any receivers to throw a football to, why take a quarterback? I'm not sold on any of the guys being their guy for their timeline. Malik Neighbors, you are.
Let's go.
A New York football
Oh,
guy.
you just made my decision very easy.
And that is going to leave. Let me just say a little spiel about Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is awesome.
Yeah.
He's the second best receiver in this class. Him and Odunze are right there. I mean, it's like what Miller's saying about Caleb and May. There are just so many things that I like about both of them that it's hard to choose which one I like better. But Neighbors is just, you can't go wrong. I mean, and like I said, like Wandale is good, but like Wandale Robinson is like a gadget, shifty guy. You can't let him be wide receiver 1 on a football team. The argument can be made, seeing as we haven't taken any tackles yet, that they can go Joe Alt or Olu or anybody or Tylese or whatever, because Evan Neal kind of stinks. But yeah, I think that this is pretty cut and dry. If Malik Neighbors is there at 6, I think he's their guy.
All right. This is pretty easy because it was between Neighbors and one other player. I'm taking Joe Alt for the Titans. Offensive line is doo-doo, dog water, dog shit. You obviously have Peter Skoronski, who you just drafted last year. You're starting to make strides on the offensive line, but your left tackle right now is Andre Dillard, if he's even under contract. I don't know if he is. And he sucks. Andre Dillard is terrible. So going out and getting Alt, who not only possesses the size and physicality of like an elite tackle, but also the athleticism as a converted tight end, he's going to be incredible in the NFL. I haven't watched a ton of the offensive line prospects, but I've watched Alt, and Alt blew me away. So I think he would be a home run here for the Titans, especially if the top 3 wide receivers are off the board.
Valid. So
Yeah, that's a good pick.
yeah,
Also protect Will Levis.
so that's the other decision. You've decided to stick with Levis.
Yeah, I like Levis more than any of the quarterbacks that are left.
That's insane. I forget you were like kind of okay with Levis.
I liked Levis.
I was like strongly against Levis, so I
like Levis.
I think I'd rather have you. I'm not very high on Bo Nix and Michael Penix, but I think I'd rather have either of them.
Penix, no. Bo Nix depends on your timeline.
And I would rather have Jordan Travis if he's actually healthy, which I don't know.
Yeah.
Jordan Travis is in a weird spot. I would have him as quarterback 5, but the injury scares me. Injury and age.
Yeah.
It's my turn. So here's the question I'm asking you two.
2 of them. 2 of them. There's 2 of them right there. You can
Don't care.
take your pick.
Are we living in a world where the Falcons sign Kirk or no?
This is what we would do. So if you're if you're Kirk Cousins, are you signing with the Falcons?
I don't.
And if you're the Falcons, are
No.
you signing Kirk Cousins?
See, if
'Cause you are
I'm
the
Kirk,
Falcons.
and I've made $1 billion already, I would take the less money to stay in Minnesota because that's where I have a better chance to win. But knowing Kirk, he's going to go to the Falcons, who are going to throw him a bigger bag.
I legitimately think he's going to the Falcons. So
You do?
I
okay.
think
Then we're going
At
to
least
live in the
my
world.
mind, I would think that Kirk Cousins is a Falcon in this scenario, but I don't know what Miller feels.
okay. Well, I was just going to say, I think it's easier just to go off what's currently on the roster.
It's more fun if we pretend he's a Falcon.
But I mean, if you want to do that, sure, it's up to you.
So I'm
call.
going to make Miller really happy. The Falcons
Oh?
don't have any edge rushers, like at all.
No.
Okay.
I don't know how to say his first name,
Don't
but they're taking
Do
Latu.
it. No.
No.
I was 1 pick away.
No. Why couldn't you have taken the one that everyone likes more that isn't as good?
Because Latu is good.
Sorry, Miller. I
But-
tried.
It's
fuck, wait.
Liatu, by the way.
Liatu Latu. His last name's Liatu
Liatu
is
Latu.
interesting. Okay.
It's a sick name.
It is sick. No, he's great. Though I am a little nervous for the kid now because if me and Miller like you over the consensus guy, that didn't go well last time. So
Well, to be
I hope
fair,
Latu
this
breaks
year's-
the
this edge class is much more tightly contested with the top like 4 guys.
Yeah, I know.
This isn't like you have a blue chip edge and then like a toolsy guy. This is like this guy's really good at one thing, this guy's really good at another thing, this guy's really good at that other thing. They're different types of edges.
Yeah.
And you just essentially gave the Falcons Jalen Phillips.
Let's go. They need defensive. I know their defense was good last year, but they need real edge rushers.
Yeah.
No more Lorenzo
fair.
Carter as an edge rusher. That's not real football. I'm sorry.
Well, gentlemen, we've arrived at the number 9 overall pick, which is
really
mine.
scared.
He's going to take Jaden Daniels. That way you guarantee the QB.
Now, they always say that 2 heads is better than 1. So I figure Bears don't have any good quarterbacks. They need 2 of them just in case one of them doesn't work out. And Jaden Daniels is old. We don't want him. Agent McCarthy's too young. He's too underdeveloped. We don't want him either. Nick's too old. Michael Penix's too old. But then there's Spencer Rattler. Now, Spencer Rattler.
That is not where I thought you were going with the joke.
Now,
It'd be
Spencer
funnier
Rattler,
if you took Caleb Williams at 1. I'm not going to lie.
It's going to be crazy when the Packers replace that bum Jordan Love with Devin Leary. Full spoiler alert for you.
I don't even think I watched him.
In all reality, I know Miller doesn't want him because he wanted the other edge. However, Dallas Turner.
That's fine.
You are a Chicago Bear.
I haven't.
Are you sold on Braxton?
I was thinking Olu, but I didn't want to.
Right.
I think it
at 9, if the top 3 receivers are off the board, I would entertain an Olu. But I personally really like Braxton. I don't think that's a position like where they need to upgrade.
Sure.
But if Olu or Alt are sitting there at 9, especially if Alt's there at 9, I'm considering it heavily, no matter what.
Sure.
But especially if the top 3 receivers are off the board. In this situation, I wouldn't have hated Olu. Dallas Turner, I like a lot because he pairs well with Montez. I'm just worried about the scheme fit.
Sure.
But we did just see Will Anderson seamlessly go from a 3-4 to a 4-3 in Houston. So maybe I'm overblowing that a tad bit. Like, if this happened in real life, I wouldn't be upset. A crazy toolsy edge rusher to pair with your already insanely toolsy edge rusher would be crazy. The Bears would just have the most athletic edge duo in the league. But I certainly would have preferred a lot to. But Turner's a nice consolation prize.
Fair. Sorry.
Yeah, Jake, I kind of stole your pick from you if you want to say your piece.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dallas Turner, I think that, I have been harassed online by certain people who like a certain Florida State edge, and just hate me for having anybody above him. But I think Dallas Turner's edge 2 in this class behind Latu. I don't know. I think he's athletic. I like it's Miller said something about the scheme fit, but like he said, I think Will Anderson kind of bucked that, and I think Dallas Turner has the ability to do that. These Alabama edge rushers are built different, and so I like Dallas. I like what I've seen on film so far. I haven't watched him too much, but I know, I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. Jets things get interesting. I want to double check something.
Do they?
I think it gets interesting.
I know what I do.
I feel like they had already ran the card.
Aiden Daniels.
That's not what I was thinking at all.
Not at all.
Learn from the Aaron Rodgers, am I right, guys?
I mean, if I was going to go that route, I would go JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. Because he's younger. Yeah, for sure.
Right. But I'm trying to think. You want to win now, obviously.
Yeah.
And you have a noticeable hole at tackle, especially with Mekhi Becton leaving for free agency. Not that he's been great, but now it's like you had somebody that was kind of okay. Now you don't have anybody. At wide receiver, your number 2 is Jason Brownlee as of right now. So
I really forget about the Garrett Wilson and nobody troop over there.
So I don't know. Do we want to make Aaron Rodgers' life easier,
Do
or
you
do we
want
want to make him
protect
safer?
the quarterback or give him somebody to throw to when we've seen Rodgers throw to literally nobody and win games?
No, it's the Joe Burrow, Bengals Penei Sewell versus Jamar Chase debate.
Well, we know how that works then, so they're going wide receiver.
That's not who I was even considering. You know what?
No,
I'll take Olu.
No, he's going Luke McCaffrey.
No, I'll take
Olu.
Yeah, I'll take the wildly athletic tackle.
Yeah.
He's only 21.
Oh.
Crazy athleticism. You're pairing him up with Joe Tippmann, who looked really nice last year, Elijah Vera Tucker, who's obviously a stud.
Yep.
Hopefully you can build up the interior of that line a little bit, because I don't like Wes Schweitzer starting. Or Vitaly Gurman.
Wait, where was Elijah Vera Tucker starting at? When did he become a tackle?
He's listed as their right tackle.
What? When did he become a tackle?
He plays both.
I don't know if I've ever seen him take snaps at tackle.
I forgot they drafted Carter Warren. I liked Carter Warren. Okay, so you've got AVT, Carter Warren, and then Olu on the left side.
Mekhi Becton, if he can stay healthy on the other side.
Well, Beckman, he's a free agent. I doubt they'd bring him back.
Oh, yeah, he is, huh? That's fair.
So you just got to figure out left guard. And I would feel a lot more confident getting a stopgap at left guard than having to do the whole left side of the line.
Or drafting a guard later because...
Sure. Either way. Point is, offensive line would now have, I would say, 4 out of 5 starters pretty set in stone.
Yeah.
I totally forgot Carter Ward existed.
Well, we let 2 of them.
Yeah,
right
I can't not. So yeah, Jaden Daniels, you're a Viking. Thanks. Oh my. I don't know if this happens in real life. It's definitely possible. Like that the Giants. So the 2 spots where, like, if the Patriots go Marvin, which makes sense, the 2 spots where you could see a quarterback going are to the Giants and to the Falcons. And I get the Giants not wanting to go quarterback when their entire roster is nobody and Andrew Thomas. And the Falcons, I mean, if you're living in a world where they get Kirk, they're not going quarterback. They're going to go the win now route of, get them another weapon because why not? Or go defensive like this. So I don't really think Jaden Daniels falls to 11, but it's entirely possible. And I mean, if he does, honestly, I think if Jaden Daniels fell to like 5, the Vikings would start calling. I really do. Just every team. Just like, oh, we have to move up. Especially since we know the Vikings have already talked to the Patriots. Like, they want to move up for a guy, no matter what. So, I don't know. I love Jaden Daniels. I know Miller isn't a huge fan for some reason.
I still think he's a first-round talent, but I see way too much of Justin Fields in him. Like, in the worst ways. Like, okay, listen, tell me if this sounds familiar. Super explosive runner with a big arm that's great at hitting throws downfield. Pocket presence is iffy, struggles throwing over the middle of the field, anticipation isn't consistent, and lacks overall consistency as a passer.
Now tell me if this sounds different.
Heisman.
No, you got Matt Nagy to coach him or Kevin O'Connell.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that makes a massive difference.
You got Justin Jefferson or Allen Robinson.
Right. No, absolutely. In this situation, it makes a massive difference. But the point with me, just evaluating them from a prospect standpoint, we've seen what happens when you take this type of quarterback and put them in a less than ideal situation.
Yeah.
Unless Jaden Daniels ends up in a really good spot, such as Minnesota, my confidence in him is not going to be very high. Like, if he would have went to the Giants at 6.
Yeah, that's not
all of a
great.
Sudden, it's like...
Yeah,
although, I don't know, Brian Daboll's fine.
Daboll's a great coach, but when there's no talent, it sometimes doesn't matter, especially when you're trying to develop a young guy. And I know, well, we said the Texans didn't have talent last year. That's not entirely true. We just said it wasn't supremely talented, which is still true. Nico took a step, which some people were expecting. I don't think anybody expected him to take as big of a step as he took. I don't know if I buy that.
I was calling the Nico Collins breakout 2 years ago.
Calling a breakout, sure, but this is a little bit more than a breakout.
No, I am Nico Collins' strongest soldier.
But
I'm just not
whatever.
verbal about it.
But yeah, I love Jaden Daniels. You see Justin Fields. I guess I'm just old. I see RG3 in every way.
Funny.
And
I see Justin Fields, but he's not even my quote unquote comp for Jaden Daniels because I don't think he has nearly as strong of an arm as Fields does, and I think that makes a big difference. I actually see more of Marcus Mariota and Jaden Daniels, weirdly enough.
But that's because I didn't like Mariota, and they don't. Yeah, they're both good runners, but to me, they don't play the same, if that makes sense.
Good runners that are incredibly reckless outside of the pocket. Iffy as passers with a lot of inconsistency.
Theo told me he doesn't take the big hit, or somebody said he didn't take the big hit. Who the fuck?
It was Kurt Benkert.
Oh, was it?
You're listening to Kurt Benkert.
I mean, same thing, I guess.
Respect Theo slightly.
That's fair. Yeah, Kurt
I mean, it's
Benkert's
Hitler versus
something.
Stalin, but
that's fair. That's fair.
I think Jaden Daniels has all the potential in the world to be a superstar. He's just got to end up in the right spot.
And I think Minnesota could hopefully be that right spot.
Absolutely.
I'm
Jake Bronco
shocked
time.
this happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just Good Morning Football is done.
What?
And they're moving to LA instead of New York and changing the entire crew. I saw it on Twitter.
There's no more football in the mornings? What is it, good afternoon baseball now?
Football. Good afternoon hockey, actually.
Good night basketball?
Good
It's just
night
me.
basketball.
But, the Broncos, yeah. So Good Morning Football ends March 29th and comes back before the NFL season with a new look. New news.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm going to be on Good Morning Football.
Hell.
Don't spoil it.
I'm replacing Kay Adams, who's been off that show forever now. I don't know why.
He left so long ago.
I haven't watched Good Morning Football since I was in high school, dude. I used to love that shit.
While.
The Broncos, there are a lot of routes to go here. Put the cards in. Give me 1 second.
The card's in. I forgot his name.
The card's in. Wait.
James McCarthy. You are a Denver Bronco.
I like it. It's different, but I like it.
He is their type of QB. They just cut Russ. Sean Payton wants his guy. They have receivers. Tim Patrick's coming back from yet another season-ending injury. They have Cortland Sutton, who was awesome this past year. Judy, everybody in this podcast hates Judy, I think. So I'm only talking about Judy.
I love the idea of Jerry Judy. I do not love what he is.
Javonte Williams is good? Question mark?
I don't know.
He's in recovery.
In the NFL? He's a running back in the NFL.
I don't know. Sean Payton likes Samaje more, and that scares me.
And the defense is ready.
Yeah.
So
unless they're playing Miami.
Need their guy. But yeah. McCarthy's young. It's their timeline. Peyton wants his guy, gets to get rid of Russ and get Russ out of Denver. And so yeah. I don't see any reason if he's there to not do it. And if he hadn't have been here, I would have taken Bo Nix. So either way.
Yeah. So with the Raiders at 13, first of all, I'm having to console Antonio Pierce in the hallway because we couldn't trade up for Jaden Daniels because I forgot. But
Nice.
We're going to have to go a different route at quarterback, and we're going to take my QB3 and Bo Nix, who
Your
I look
QB3?
Back to back.
Yes.
I hate it because you said that.
You want to know what I think separates my enjoyment of Bo Nix from your distaste of Bo Nix?
What's that?
You know who Bo Nix is to me? And this will explain it all, I think, for the two of us. He's Purdy. And I think that pretty much sums it up. I like Purdy, you don't like Purdy.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Bo Nix's
He's still
last
better
year
than
at
Michael
Oregon.
Penix. I will
Sure,
give you that.
absolutely.
But that's about
Bo
it.
Nix's last year at Oregon, I saw so much of rookie Brock Purdy, in the sense that like he's got this really snapped, fluid release. He's a really good creator. He can throw with touch. I like his accuracy. I like his anticipation, but his mechanics, specifically his lower body mechanics, need some work. Fully acknowledge that. Brock Purdy's lower body mechanics needed some work when he was coming in, or after
Still
his
do.
rookie year. Well, they're much improved now, and we saw
Sure.
that even if you don't like Purdy, you have to admit he got better this year.
Yeah.
And Purdy came into the league a little bit on the older side. I don't know if he was 24. I think he was 23 when he got drafted, but still a little bit older than you'd ideally want for a rookie quarterback. So I think if you can bring Nix, I like Nix a lot more fit-wise to Denver. I think he would be the perfect quarterback for Sean Payton to just really quickly scrape together, because there's not as much to work on with him. I think if you could just get his footwork together and you can put him in an offense where his first read's going to be open most of the time. Not that he can't get off his first read, but he does have a slight tendency to get stuck. If you could put him in that type of offense, then I think he would be awesome in Denver. With the Raiders, I'm a little less excited, but you still have Tay. So if you can just turn it into like, hey, Bo, Tay's going to be open, get the ball to him. He can do that. He can do that with touch. He can do it with velocity. He can do it with anticipation. He has a really good arm. He's a good creator. He's good within the structure of the play and also has a little bit of a wild side to him. So I like Bo Nix a lot. If he was younger, I would feel much more confident in saying like he can be a true franchise quarterback. Him coming in at 24, it's more like I think he can be a plus level starter. But I think given the way the board's fallen, I would take Nix over Penix 10 times out of 10 and not think twice about it. And the Raiders need a quarterback. I'm not an Aidan O'Connell enjoyer, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, Pete, that leaves you up with the Saints.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know enough about the Saints, so I'm checking a couple things. Is Ryan Ramczyk a free agent?
No.
Okay. He doesn't appear on their roster.
Wait.
And I guess he must be.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't see him on their roster.
Yeah, so he had a really unfortunate knee issue at the end of the season last year, and now his future's kind of up in the air.
Okay,
basically,
and Penning
he found out.
Sucks.
Yeah, apparently Ryan Ramczyk has a cartilage defect in his knee.
That's not ideal. Oh,
No.
and there's also a salary
scary.
cap out this year.
Yeah, I don't think they'd cut him though. If he's healthy and can play, I'm pretty sure they'd want to hold on to him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because he's still awesome. It's just if the cartilage in your knee don't work
Right, but if
right.
they're not 100% sure that he's coming back and you can save $17 million
Well, yeah,
when
sure.
you're the
But,
Saints and have no money.
right.
So, either way, Penning sucks. That did not work.
True.
The mean streak is bad. I don't know enough about the tackles. I haven't watched them.
Sure.
But I've seen hype for Talise and hype for JC Latham. So I think they go tackle here. I don't really care which one. Pro Football Network's mock
Fuaga.
draft says Fuaga's better, so there you go.
Latham's a right tackle.
Yeah, which would be the Ramczyk replacement.
I know, but you probably
Yeah, I
want
know.
to take a guy that can play either side because you don't have either tackle right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
So Fuaga.
Yeah, taking Fuaga. Because, I don't
There
know.
you go.
The Saints could also use, a receiver or a defensive lineman or a corner or a roster, basically.
A player.
Yeah, they just need a player, and Fuaga's a player, so welcome to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The Colts.
What do they do?
What do the Colts do?
Uh-huh.
They become the first team in this draft to take a corner.
Ooh.
And they take Terrion Arnold, cornerback, Alabama.
Okay.
Welcome to the Colts. Arnold, he is a prototypical like he's just a corner. Like he looks like a corner. He's a good athlete. He's got good he's good at everything. He's 21, which is good. He's young. He developed this is like his big year, well, this past year in college.
Yeah.
So he's got a small sample size. He can overcommit in certain situations, and that can get him burnt. But I think that he's right now probably the top corner on my board. I also consider Nate Wiggins. I can consider Kenyon. I don't know how to say his name. Kenyon Mitchell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall, I think it's Terry and Arnold here for the Colts.
So what the hell happened, by the way? Kool-Aid was like supposed to be cornerback 1 of all time. And now he's not even cornerback 1 from Bama this year.
Watched him.
I haven't either, but like, did
was
Kool-Aid
he ever really
suck
supposed
this
to be
year?
good, or did he just have a cool name?
No, he was supposed to be good. And I mean, he's still a first round prospect.
Right.
So, I mean, but like, it's the
problem
fall
with
off from like
Kool-Aid
he's gonna be sick to like
that I think he's is so. The reason why he's so like undervalued, I'm not saying that I think he's better than Terrion. I think I'm taking Terrion over him still.
Sure.
But I think part of the reason why is because Kool-Aid is good enough to the point where he just doesn't have enough wild cornerback tape, because he just is good and is always in the right place at the right time and is never having to like make up for getting burnt. And so you can't really see how good of an athlete he is, because he's never like chasing somebody down, because he's a good enough cover corner to actually like stick with somebody.
So you're saying I might have him as corner 1 after I watch him.
He's undervalued as an athlete. I think that him and Arnold are very close as quarterback 1 in Alabama, and I guess whoever's quarterback 1 in Alabama is probably quarterback 1 in the class. Kool-Aid is undervalued, though. I think I would probably take him next if I'm taking corners.
Okay.
Him and Wiggins. But,
I need to watch corners, obviously, but also, why is Cooper DeJean listed as a safety?
Because he's both.
Don't care.
Yeah,
he's a corner.
And he's a great returner.
Yeah. So, major conflict here with Seattle, because on one hand, this team did just cut both of its safeties.
I just don't.
As much, listen, Cooper DeJean I would love to put in Seattle to play safety, primarily because we just saw how important that like everywhere defender is for Mike McDonald's defense. But I'm almost positive that's going to be Devon Witherspoon for him. So I don't think they necessarily need that everywhere defender.
I also will say, at least according to our resident Seahawks fan, Mr. J. Powell, he thinks both Diggs and Adams could be back. This is more of like a cap thing and then bring him back.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And all of that was just to preface, I'm not going safety here.
Gotcha.
Instead, we're going to do something that Seattle has not been able to do in recent memory, and that's stop the fucking run.
Ooh.
They haven't been able to do that. They don't know how to do that. So we're going to take a big boy to fill the trenches. First Steve tackle off the board is going to be Byron Murphy II out of Texas. I like Johnny Newton. He's a little bit too small for what I want in Seattle right now. I want them to have...
He's bigger in every way than Byron, but okay.
Is he?
Yep. Sorry, I already clicked Byron, so...
A big dude.
No, hold on.
So did I. Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Is he bigger in every way? I thought Johnny Newton was supposed to be undersized. I haven't watched Johnny Newton.
People keep calling him undersized.
Johnny Newton 6'1", Byron Murphy 6'0", 297.
Okay, so it's close enough to where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter.
Just saying, not
Also,
Johnny because he's small when he's
tested-
bigger is...
Byron Murphy
also tested crazy at the combine.
Yeah.
right. And that's kind of where that's more where I was about to go with this, is you get a freak athlete on the D line. I apologize. I haven't watched Johnny Newton yet. I just haven't.
I was looking at both of like their sizes.
Right,
so I was
and
yeah,
from
I don't. Why is
everything
I
had
Johnny?
heard, right? Because that's what he goes by, Johnny jer'zahn. Johnny's like the nickname to make jer'zahn. To put it bluntly, it's the white name. To make his name easier for white folk to say.
You want to know the funniest part about the whole thing?
Don't like that.
Is that I didn't know that, and so I was doing my daily mock draft for my alphabetical thing that I'm doing on Twitter, and he was in the second round. And I thought I like looked and I was like, oh, I guess there are two Newton defensive tackles from Texas, and I just clicked him, like thinking he was just some completely different dude. But yeah, okay,
Yeah. But yeah,
Byron Murphy.
Byron Murphy, great interior defensive presence. He's the only D tackle I've watched, which is kind of the main reason I'm taking him here. Is just because I want Seattle to take defensive line, and he's the one I'm most familiar with. But I like him a lot as a run defender. I like him even more as a pass rusher. Fantastic athlete. Again, apologize for the Johnny Newton confusion. I promise I know what I'm talking about most of the time.
Though
I was more to the audience. I wasn't apologizing to you, Geek.
Speaking of Newton,
I hope I personally offended you.
Good.
Oh, you gonna take him?
No. Just speaking of Newton, and Jake's mock draft, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I still don't love JJ at 11. But if jer'zahn Newton is there at 42, holy fuck, dude.
Most of the time I take him in the first round.
God. Yeah. Jaguars. Well,
they actually could use a guy like Johnny Newton.
They could.
No, they got Roy Robertson Harris. They chillin'.
But also, I feel like bigger issue. They don't have a single defensive back on the roster. They got everybody.
Yeah, they just.
So,
yeah, they're switching to a more man-heavy scheme.
Yeah, and
I know who I want then.
To me, I want Kool-Aid. I just do.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid makes sense. If you want to go full man heavy, you go get maybe the best man corner in this draft. Give me the Kool-Aid man. There you go.
Okay, Bengals, lock it in. Johnny Newton, you are a Cincinnati Bengal.
So
welcome
DJ Reader, bye-bye?
Well, I mean,
possible.
You can have more than one defensive tackle on your roster.
Hill. You don't go for 3. I don't think.
Unless.
I guess.
Unless.
No, but I think it makes sense because DJ is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Johnny Newton's a freak athlete, big guy. Yeah.
Young. What? I'm very confused. Before I clicked draft, his name was jer'zahn. After you click draft, it changes his name to Johnny. I don't like that.
It was Johnny for me all the way through. Weird. But yeah.
Weird.
I'm just gonna bring up Miller with the Whams.
I think we get weird here.
Oh.
I think.
Hey Miller, just remember your segment. And remember what color the quick ball is, because this is a good opportunity.
Oh yeah. Well, I think.
Let's get weird
for the Rams.
Out a Pokeball.
Yeah, I think the Rams, if they really think this through, I do think adding a defensive line presence like Graveler would be a fantastic idea here. But no, in all seriousness, I'm gonna get weird.
I don't like it.
The Rams offense can get supercharged right here.
Oh no.
Kyron Williams emerged as a fantastic running back for them last year. Puka Nacua got robbed of Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't know if robbed is the right word, but okay.
I know. I'm pushing my agendas. Cooper Kupp is still Cooper Kupp, but he's not getting any younger. So you know what would be awesome to add to this Rams offense?
Xavier Worthy.
No.
Oh.
His teammate, A.D. Mitchell.
Adonai.
Legit 4.3 speed. That's with incredible route running, awesome ball tracking. Imagine Stafford with A.D. Mitchell as a deep threat.
Might be okay.
I mean, he's just such a quick.
I don't want to write another letter.
He's such a fast.
I want to watch you write another letter.
And speaking of things that are quick, what's in the quick ball?
So are you going with A.D. Mitchell?
Yes.
Yes, I'm going with A.D. Mitchell.
All right, what's in the quick ball? All right, let's take a little.
I'd like to
apparently
say,
everybody missed that. All right.
If you have been following my Twitter, you might have a slight idea
Follow
because I
your
was
Twitter?
tweeting about this.
I don't really want to look.
You
don't
don't
watch-
look, don't
watch-
spoil yourself.
What does Miller tweet about? Miller, is this from a TV show?
No,
Is it sports related?
no,
It's from a movie.
No.
It's not from a movie either. Oh man. Is it from D&D?
no,
Is it Jerry Judy?
What is he?
no. Unfortunately, I did not fit Jerry Judy in this ball.
He pops out and just does an interview like. So it's not supposed
No,
to
it's Steve Smith.
It's not TV shows. It's not D&D. Is it superhero related at all?
No,
Is it a U.S. president?
no,
Is it related to music?
no,
Is it a Pokemon?
no.
I got nothing.
Dude, I've asked like every like.
No,
this
possible
might
Miller-related
be-
question.
This is going to feel incredibly random, but if you follow me on Twitter, it'll make a lot of
I
sense.
don't feel like it will. What do you talk about?
Do you just want me to tell you?
Yes.
Jake,
Wait,
do you give
wait.
up?
Can I get one last guess?
Yeah, sure.
I think. I just never mind.
You don't want to
Is it-
guess?
It's Haley Steinfeld.
Is it?
No.
Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Trenton Gill? I don't know.
It's not Trenton Gill, no.
It's
Alright, you
fake
guys ready?
Trenton Gill. It's Cairo Santos.
It's not Cairo Santos. As much as I would love to have Cairo Santos here. No, the correct answer is it's my busted Wi-Fi adapter.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. That's a
Bozo.
great quick ball. That's
Hate
a
it.
great quick ball.
It's in 3 pieces.
That's a great quick ball. All right, back to your regular schedule of programming. Geek, you're up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't want to be. I don't like
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
that's- Geek, why do you always get stuck with Pittsburgh when we do mocks?
I don't know because
I don't know.
Pittsburgh
It's just weird.
is weird. I mean, they took a tackle last year, but you need 2 of them.
Yeah,
And
you do.
Actually,
That's true.
actually, ring, trade.
okay, please, yeah,
Bring-
what's good?
I want to jump up 2 spots with the Eagles.
So do I get
And
the Eagle
I'll
pick
give-
then? Do I
No,
make
I'll
the
pick for the Eagles. You'll pick for Pittsburgh at
You pick for
22.
the Steelers at 22.
Yeah.
I see. Go back to
I
our
see.
regular order.
But we will offer you, I don't know, day 2 pick.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, sure, you can have it.
Cool.
I
Okay.
don't know how we make a trade.
It's
I-
not that hard.
It won't let me.
You just go to the trade, and then you
Oh,
click
I see.
Pittsburgh trades with
I see.
Philadelphia, and then you just click the 2 first-round
Yeah.
picks. And
Yeah,
they'll
that's all I'm
automatically
doing.
accept it 'cause you're
So
just-
I'm gonna offer you pick 53 for.
Okay, well, the trade
move
got
up here.
rejected. I don't know
Well,
how that happened.
Well, it got approved if you do it. Philly offering it to Pittsburgh,
Oh, it's the other way around.
and I probably offered up way too much, but fuck it, because I'm gonna do something great.
you want Philly to offer it to Pittsburgh? That's what you said?
That's the best
Then
way
it
to
gets-
get it to go through. Yeah,
Okay.
because I think I offered up too much, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. We're only doing 1 round.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so yeah, now Miller's on the board with Philly, and then I'll be on the board with the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
So the key here was I needed to jump Miami because Miami is probably also looking at the guy that I very much want for Philly. What is Philly known for more than anything?
Nick Foles.
Oh, I shouldn't let him. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
What is Philly known for more than anything?
Good
Jason Kelce
offensive
yelling
line play.
about underdogs. Yeah, he's gonna take Jackson Johnson.
Yeah, I'm taking JPJ.
But you're not
You
letting
go
Cam
from-
Jurgens go back to his real position?
No, I don't care about Cam Jurgens. I just lost the
Ouch.
greatest center of all time. I'm going to take the greatest center prospect in the past 5 years. Cam Jurgens can go sell
You
hot
can't
dogs. I
have
don't know.
Tyler Linderbaum. I'm kidding. I haven't even
Is Tyler
watched.
Linderbaum, is Tyler Linderbaum past 5 years? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Close. Either way, borderline generational center prospect.
Yeah, sure.
Right there. I was scared Miami was going to take him, so I jumped up.
That's
I
fair.
was, yeah.
And also, no one else has tried to trade, so
Does
I wanted to
Miami
be the
not
one
have
to do
Connor
that.
Williams? Still,
He's a impending free agent coming off an ACL tear.
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Miami Dolphins. Welcome to Miami. You guys ready?
Uh-huh.
Graham Barton.
Oh,
Guard,
so
Duke.
you were gonna go JPJ.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go JPJ.
So I played that correctly.
Yeah, it's either him or Barton. I was gonna go
Let's
JPJ.
go.
Graham Barton is a 5-tool offensive lineman. He can play all 5 positions, and so he can play center even if they want him to. So wherever he wants to go, they can go.
I would like to offer another trade, Geek.
Who?
The 49ers.
No.
Uh,
No.
Drats.
No. So I don't think either guy I would want is going to be there. Question for the two of you, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Broderick Jones, only right tackle or or did he play left tackle?
I'm pretty sure he played left last year.
I thought for the Steelers he played right.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
That's what I mean. Like in college, did he play left?
No,
tackle?
I thought he played left, and Chooks Okorafor was playing right.
I don't remember.
Oh no, they had Dan Moore playing left.
So
they lost Chooks. Yeah.
Then based off that, I want Amarius Mims.
Okay.
The other tackle out of Georgia.
Geek, you're back up with
Yes, sir.
Texans now.
Ring.
Is it still the 49ers?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to.
Somebody.
I gotta double check something.
I don't know who he wants so badly,
I don't either.
but he wants. Oh, I know exactly who he wants.
Do you?
I don't. But I'm
gonna text Miller, and Miller can tell me if I'm right.
Nah, I'm pulling the Jacksonville Jaguars card when the Bills called the trade up. Who do you want? I can't tell you that.
Well, if
you
are you planning on taking a tackle here at 23?
I'm thinking about it because I don't remember who they have as the right tackle.
I know that I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right. I know who he wants.
Do you want Latham or do you want the other guy?
I can't disclose that information at this time.
Well, you have to if you want my pick.
Fine. Just take the pick.
Just take it.
Am I right? Who's their other tackle? Yeah, no, they don't have one. So, yeah.
Titus Howard, who they just paid not too long ago, no?
Again, on their roster, he's not listed. Titus Howard. Now I gotta look.
I mean, he's on the Texans still.
Yeah, he is a free agent 2027.
Oh,
he's
weird. Why is he not on their...
Yeah, he's on a 3-year, $56 million contract.
Does not have him.
He's also only 27.
Yeah.
So...
Sure.
He's
Fuck
young
the
and get
Niners,
paid.
though. No, okay, fine. Make the trade. I don't care.
Yay. Okay, I will... You want to get spicy?
No.
Just do something off the wall.
Are you trading up to...
Actually, no, I won't do that. Yeah. So I'll just offer up 63 to move up.
31 and 63.
For 23, yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't know if that's actually decent value or not. I'm just trying to get it to go through.
Yeah, we're not worried about the value part today.
Yeah. JC Latham. Easy money.
That makes sense.
Niners offensive line is horrible. So you get your other bookend tackle to pair with Trent Williams. All of a sudden, you have 2 maulers on your offensive line that are also really solid in pass pro. And Brock Purdy can have more than like 0.08 seconds in the pocket if you can figure out your interior line.
That's fair.
Nice. Okay, the Cowboys. Ring, it's myself with the Arizona Cardinals.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Bro is calling himself.
The Cardinals are going to trade up to Dallas for whatever you can get it to go through.
So we're having Cardinals. Where the fuck is...
And the Cardinals are going to take Jared Verse, edge, Florida State.
Ooh, okay.
They are going to jump the Buccaneers mostly, and maybe even the Packers, depending on who they would have taken. but I don't want to deal with having to pick somewhere else, so I'm just trading with myself.
Fair.
That was gonna leave. Oh god, Miller.
I actually don't know what to do here.
I know what I would do.
I'm sure you do.
I don't know if I do.
There's somebody there. He is right there. I swear to Miller.
I don't
know. Give me a second. Jeez.
I don't know. The entire
it.
roster
He's not gonna
sucks.
do
I don't
it.
know. No, I'm kidding. Not the entire roster.
It just made the
Yeah, the Giants
Obviously, they don't
made
need
the
receiver.
divisional round 2 years ago. That means nothing to me.
So they
Yeah,
don't need a
playoffs.
receiver because they're good there. They need
Well,
a quarterback.
I was gonna say I can think of 3
Shut up.
positions that they really need, and that's
and there's good people at every one of them here.
I
That's
know.
fair.
I'm trying to mitigate here. What are the 3 positions you're thinking, Geek? Because I'm seeing 2.
tackle
I'm
and corner are
seeing-
the 2 biggest.
Tackle, corner, safety.
I was
Thank you,
thinking
yeah.
corner and safety. I can get behind
Tackle's
tackle.
huge because they're. Did they cut David Bakhtiari yet?
No, but they'll probably.
They're going to.
That's right. I was thinking about
But-
D-back.
I don't. I don't even say.
I know who you're lobbying for.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying
do.
to dance around it.
Oh yeah, I do.
You want me to just tell you who I? You know who I want.
I know who you want, and I'm trying to dance around it.
I don't know if you do.
Actually, maybe I
He knows
don't.
who I want. No, he knows who I want. Definitely knows who I want.
You want the white fellow, right?
I want the white fellow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking you wanted Wiggins.
But I mean, I'm not gonna scoff at Wiggins, but
You already scoffed at Wiggins. What are you talking about? Scoff. I'm not gonna scoff.
You know what?
and I just said that I'm not going to. I took it back.
That's not how scoffs
I'm gonna
work.
take my top corner left on the board. That. Oh, I guess my second corner, because Cooper DeJean's technically a corner. I'm gonna take Quinion Mitchell.
Ooh, okay.
Fine.
Quinion Mitchell's an awesome corner, and you just got rid of
want-
Douglas. Who are your corners
Wow.
right now? Jair, yeah, dude. Eric Stokes, Carrington Valentine, and Keyshawn
No, I
Nixon
did-
when he's not returning kicks. Do not move me.
Yeah.
Corner's
You
a
could've
little
just
more
taken
important than
A
safety.
better and more versatile defensive back, but you
Yeah.
didn't. It's fine.
I'm
It's fine.
thinking more, this division, you got to deal with a lot of really good receivers. Maybe get
One
somebody
really
that can
good
take
receiver.
care of them. 2 incredible receivers and 1 pretty good receiver.
One.
That's so disrespectful to JJ.
Who's the pretty
crazy.
good
Who's
receiver?
Amon-Ra.
the pretty good?
Oh,
who's
so-
who's the 2 like really good ones then?
no, he said 3
AJ
really
and
good
D-
and 1, didn't you? Am I on
I
drugs?
shifted. I was
Nah.
going to say 3 really
Addison
good.
And who?
Yeah, I was like,
I
what,
was-
did, what did you do to
Ooh.
Jordan Addison? How low are we
I was
rating him?
shifting. Jordan Addison's also really good. So 2 really good receivers, 2 incredible top 10 receivers.
Yeah.
Jefferson and.
I'll punch
If
you,
you're acting
Jake.
like-
the other one.
Yeah, you're acting like DJ
I love
Moore is
DJ
better than
Moore.
any receiver that's ever played
love
for the
DJ
Packers
Moore.
ever, not named Don
That's-
Hudson.
That's whoa.
Don Hudson, Greg Jennings.
He's better than Greg Jennings.
Why are you naming Greg
Put the team on
Jennings?
his back.
You had
Put the-
Why is
Sterling
Greg
Sharp and
Jennings who we're going
Devontae
to?
there.
Put the team on his back.
What the
Put the team on his
fuck?
back.
Yeah, hold
I'll
on.
tell you, I thought it was still better than DJ Moore to this day. So
To this day, close. But prime
Nah, I
Devontae
don't know
on the
how-
Packers, yeah.
but they're still top 5.
No, maybe I'm
I don't even know
letting
who's up for the
non.
Bucks. We've gotten so out of.
You're letting Aiden
I-
O'Connell.
I was gonna say I think I'm letting.
I got
Aiden
2
O'Connell
picks in a
cloud my
row.
judgment.
Is what's happening here.
It's geek and then geek.
Jake, you can
again.
take one of your guys.
I can't.
Yeah, you can
Well,
for the
No, I
Bucks.
can't.
he's not picking.
Oh, I thought
wait,
he was
yeah,
picking
no,
for the
you-
Bucks.
You do pick for the Bucks.
Oh, I do.
What am
Yeah,
I
No,
doing?
I would no. I was 24. I was 24.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
that's right.
I'm
27
so
with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
so
he's the
confused.
Cowboys. You're the Bucks.
You're the Bucks.
You're the Bucks.
No, I'm
and then
also
I'm
the
the Cowboys. I traded with myself, Cowboys and Cardinals.
yeah,
I
you
was 24
did.
and 27.
Yeah,
What the
so
fuck
you're
am
the
I thinking?
Bucks.
You're right.
The Bucks.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
Yeah.
then it's normal order until the Texans.
Yeah.
So you're picking
That's
for the
who I
Bucks.
was
And
thinking
also,
of. I was thinking of the Texans.
Miller,
Yeah,
I
no.
haven't really announced my guys for this draft, so I don't know who you're talking.
If you can't tell by the hand motion, you're. I don't. Look
It
at
just
the
looks like
names and the hand motion and piece some stuff
Oh.
together. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I forget he exists.
I thought he was. I mean,
Wait.
he's the only player you have brought up to me.
Why isn't he? Why haven't we? Why did I take Jared Verse? What am I thinking? I knew they needed an edge. What am I
Jared
Why
Verse
is he
better.
higher on PFN's draft board? It's confusing me.
I haven't watched anybody but Jared versus Beta just to offend Gate. Jake.
Cal Robinson is better than Jared Verse.
Not according to
Maybe the Cardinals are
Jake,
just
because he
dumb.
picked Jared
Maybe the
versus
Cardinals are
first.
just dumb. I get myself. All right. Well, just take him. Fine, take him. Right my wrong.
You would fit so good to replace Shaq Barrett here, dude.
Yeah, I know. That was my entire plan. I just wanted to keep
Okay, good.
laughing at Jake.
Good.
So it is Chop.
Oh, yeah.
Jump.
Good. Okay. The Cowboys. What do they need, bro?
Everything.
tackle.
Nothing.
I don't.
Tyron Smith is
Troy,
Yeah, he's-
But do I like Troy Fontenot enough? No.
And he's supposed.
Tyler Guyton.
I was gonna say Guyton's supposed to be a legit tackle. Fatanu
It's
or
between
Faltanu.
him
Fatanu?
and
Faltanu?
one other guy.
Troy. I don't know. Oh, cringe lord.
Who's the other guy?
Oh, there is such a Jerry Jones pick sitting right in front of you.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy.
No, I'm gonna get a little wild with my picks here.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
okay.
I'm gonna get a little weird. So I am going tackle, but I'm not going Fontenot, and I'm not going Guyton.
Oh no, is he going Sua Mataia?
I'm going with one of the most athletic tackles in the class, if not the most athletic. Came back to school in 2023 to prove that he was healthy after tearing his ACL. Jordan Morgan, you are
Ooh, okay.
a Dallas Cowboy. I think he's a first-round talent. Super
Okay.
athletic. Has had a full year off the ACL tear of healthy play. Tyler Guyton is okay. I haven't watched as much of Tyler Guyton as I have Jordan Morgan, so I might just watch more Tyler Guyton and be like, oh, he's a better tackle. But for now, it's Jordan Morgan. So yeah, and that's
Cool.
gonna leave Miller with the completely just stripped of their identity Buffalo Bills.
God,
They
yeah.
have nothing now.
They have
So you can
Mitch
do
I
whatever
actually
you
Trubisky.
wouldn't have done
want.
that. Listen, this morning when I was looking at this, I was like, oh, Bills,
Miller.
easy, wide receiver. And then they blew up their whole fucking secondary.
I really hope this happens. So I'm not gonna say a word. Never mind. I'm not gonna say a word.
You've already said like tons of words.
Not a word about what I'm going to say.
I mean, you're losing both of your all-pro safeties, and you got rid of all your corners. So, like, Cooper DeJean makes so much sense here. Like, so much. So I'm going to go that route. I'm going to take
Okay.
Cooper DeJean. Because, like I said,
I was really hoping that Cooper DeJean would fall out of the first round so I could be like, see, I told you, but never mind.
no narratives for you. But, you know, I was so pissed because this morning I was like, oh, easy. I'll just give them Lad McConkey and they'll have a wide receiver and Josh Allen will have help. But then the Bills were like, no.
No.
They knew my plans in particular, didn't want me to have them.
What is the least valuable position the Lions need? Because that's what they're picking here. Because their GM's a moron.
They need the least
Linebacker.
valuable position they need is probably a linebacker.
That's so
Maybe-
funny.
Pick another.
I'm so glad. Dude, I feel
It would-
so bad for wishing on his downfall so much, but it's so
It's
good.
I think he'll
Edgerrin
be
Cooper. Is Edgerrin Cooper?
No, Peyton Wilson
first-round
fast.
talent? Oh, is Peyton Wilson a first-round talent?
He's fast.
No
I
linebackers a first round talent.
don't know if
Give
he's first
me...
round talent, but he's really fast.
Nah, you got to go with what's his name? Tommy Eichenberg.
Gotta take
The Ohio State University.
you gotta take Cal
Okay,
Holiday.
who you taking?
I don't know. I still think corner is like their biggest need. They suck.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Nate
Yeah.
Wiggins.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works.
That leaves me with Baltimore. I don't anticipate Odell being back. Right? Right?
I don't
Am I
know.
right or am I wrong?
Actually,
Regardless, it's nobody. Give me Brian Thomas Jr.
okay.
Ooh, okay.
LSU wide receiver replace an LSU wide receiver.
Okay. Fair. Brian Thomas is really good, so I like that. Kind of hoping he'd fall another spot, because I have back-to-back picks here because Miller traded up earlier.
Yeah.
So the Texans, I still don't know. Okay, is there still a quarterback needy team who we think would come up for?
Actually, ring.
Yo,
Ooh.
I don't know what team I'm picking for. I just want to pick again. So can I just pick whatever team I want?
maybe. Like, what are you trying to do
Pick
here?
whatever team I want. You should
I'm
trade
saying
up with the Panthers to jump the
I
Chiefs
want-
and get a receiver.
I want a quarterback. I want a quarterback for a quarterback needy team.
So
I
who's
think we'll
the
do this.
team? Since apparently you're picking one that isn't your team to trade for. I don't really care though. Do
Well,
it.
because I don't know like what's going on in the second round.
Sure, trade up. I don't care. Trade up. Jump
Okay, so I don't
everybody
have a plan in mind.
and
You
get
just said
Michael
problem
Penix.
is-
team, and I just went crazy.
You need a
Um,
team that is like it needs a quarterback to start day one. Ooh, I
You
have
don't need it to be
idea.
somebody to start day one. You need it to
The
be
Giants?
a team that just wants a fifth
the
year
Giants,
option.
The
on-
Giants are the Patriots. Giants are the Patriots.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just
The
wouldn't do it.
Patriots make a ton of. The Giants make
do.
the most sense actually because they're jumping the
Yeah.
Patriots. They're
The
making
Giants are
sure.
gonna trade up. The Giants are going to trade with the Texans.
'Kay.
Yes.
Yep.
The Giants will trade with the Texans. Can we? All right. Let's see. Giants with Houston.
Just put it as 39
Oh.
and 47, so it accepts it.
Okay, so the Giants will then take Michael Penix Jr.,
Wow.
quarterback out of Washington. I actually think if they're going quarterback, he's their guy. They kind of like him, and so I think this might actually happen. I'm
That's
glad
fair.
that I did this. But Michael Penix Jr., you are unfortunately a Giant, and he can start day one. I genuinely think with his ability, he can start day one in the
Yeah.
NFL for sure.
I just don't think he can really excel. Like, I don't
That's fair.
think he's a top end guy. He can start
But I
day
think-
one, but I
I
don't.
think-
He doesn't have the talent
I think
of
if the
literally
Patriots-
anybody else who's been picked.
I
in the
don't think
first
the
round.
Patriots pass up on a guy twice, so I think the Giants would
Yeah.
Yeah.
want him. So.
Yep. I agree.
So that leaves Deep with the last pick of the Run the North matchup
Huh.
2.0.
I wonder what-
Kansas City Chiefs.
I wonder what the Chiefs need.
Yeah, I don't
Hmm.
really know. I think we're gonna go Spencer
So
Rattler.
Tavion Sanders,
No.
you are.
I don't actually hate that. No, so there's this
you don't hit
issue.
a tight end in the first round for the Travis
Not at all.
Kelce.
Travis
Ryman,
Kelsey's a wide
Tip
receiver.
Ryman, Tip
No,
Ryman. He doesn't
I-
believe birds are real.
no, I think the Chiefs are the
Nah,
team
look
that would
high.
do it if a
Or-
team's gonna do it. It's Xavier Worthy. They're gonna bite, and it makes a ton of sense for them as a team. It really does.
And I'd just like to point out, if this happened in real life, the Panthers would be running the card up to the podium before anyone could even breathe and take Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
They would do that for sure. Their own Cooper Cup. Yeah.
No, just younger Adam Thielen. What are you talking about?
Which is just Cooper Cup.
Competent receiver.
Yes. I actually
Now,
kind of like this mock.
But that is the first ever Run the North first round mock for the 2024 cycle. Very, very exciting stuff. Just to recap all the picks. Here we go. I'm going to run through them. All right, speed run time. First overall, the Bears took Drake May, quarterback out of North Carolina. Second overall, the Commanders took Caleb Williams. Third overall, Patriots took Marvin Harrison Jr. Fourth overall, the Cardinals took Roma Dunze. Fifth overall, the Chargers took Brock Bowers. Sixth overall, the Giants took Malik Neighbors. Seventh overall, Joe Alt went to the Titans. Eighth overall, how's his first name pronounced again?
Laiatu
Latu went to the Falcons. Dallas Turner is a Bear. Olu went to the Jets. Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy, and Bo Nix went 3 in a row to the Vikings, Broncos, and Raiders. Tyrese Fuaga is a New Orleans Saint. The Colts took Terrion Arnold at 15. Byron Murphy. The second is a Seattle Seahawk.
And also smaller than Johnny Newton.
Also smaller than Johnny Newton, yep.
But he is the biggest Byron Murphy in the league.
That's true.
There are 2 of them.
True.
Cooley McKinstry, you are a Jacksonville Jaguar. The Bengals took Johnny Newton at 18. A.D. Mitchell went to the Rams at 19. Jackson Powers Johnson went to the Eagles at 20. Congratulations, Jackson. J-Pow NFL, you are an Eagle. Congratulations. Graham Barton is a Miami Dolphin. The Steelers took Amarius Mims at 22nd. Also traded down with the Eagles there, so I forgot to mention that. The Niners traded up to 23 and took J.C. Latham. The Cardinals traded up to 24 to take Chop Rob Jared Verse. Quinion Mitchell is a Green Bay Packer. Chop Robinson is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Jordan Morgan is a Dallas Cowboy. They trade down to 27. Cooper DeJean is a Buffalo Bill after they killed all their safeties. Nate Wiggins is a cornerback out of Clemson, and he went to the Lions. The Ravens took Brian Thomas Jr., and then the Giants traded back into the first round, jumping the Patriots to take their guy, Michael Penix Jr. And then, of course, the 40 Combine new record holder has to go in the first round. It's how the NFL works. And so Xavier Worthy is a Kansas City Chief.
And Lad McConkey's a Carolina Panther.
Yeah, if we were to do 2 rounds, the first pick would be...
That's my headcanon.
No, if this is how it falls, absolutely. Unless the Panthers panther it up and take Luke McCaffrey or something stupid.
Based.
Yeah.
That's what
that is our first round mock, and ladies and gentlemen, that is our episode. So thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all at Run the North Pod. Go follow us. We're posting clips on TikTok from all the episodes. We're posting YouTube videos. I think we're still posting some YouTube videos outside of the episodes. To the Yes Geek.
Yeah, I just forgot I wanted to record tonight with one of you. I don't know if either of you are available, but yeah, I want to record a thing.
Tired.
Lame.
I'm gonna be up at 7:30.
These bozos bail on me weekly.
But making videos on the channel, so be sure to go follow us on YouTube or subscribe to us on YouTube. And of course, just keep listening to the podcast on Spotify. Give us a rate and a review on Spotify. That'd be greatly appreciated. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.